Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? We are solving grade 8, book 3, page number 9, exercise number 1A, and the topic for today's question is solving quadratic equations by completing square method. And the question number 4 of exercise number 1A is solve each of the following equations, giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. But before solving the question, I want to show you some important steps which you have to follow for completing square method. So let's start for that. These are the steps for completing square method. The very first step is that there should not be any coefficient of x square. If there is any coefficient of x square, first of all, you have to remove that. The second step is that you need to shift the constant to other side. Then the third step is take the coefficient of x, divide by 2, take the square, and then add on both sides. That square. The number 4 is take first and third value, sign of the middle value, and make it as a whole square. The number 5 is we have to take the square root on both sides to remove the square, and then after that, at the last, we have to solve the question. So now move to the question and you will get all these steps with the help of the question. Question number 4 and its A part is x square plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. As we can see that there is no coefficient of x square other than 1. So the first step is already clear. The second step of the question is that we need to shift the constant to other side. So start with the second step, x square plus 2x. When we are going to shift this minus 5 to other side, it is going to be plus 5. 0 plus 5 will be 5. The third step is take the coefficient of x, which is 2 over here. Take the coefficient of x, divide by 2, and take the square and add on both sides. As we can see, when we are dividing the coefficient of x by 2, it can be further simplified. 2 divided by 2 is 1. It means that if we can further simplify, it's well and good. Otherwise, you can write it as it is. Here we can simplify. So I'm writing it as 1 square. Here it will be x square plus 2x, and this square you have to add on both sides. 1 square here is equal to 5 plus 1 square to this side. It is. Now the next step we have to follow. Take the value of the first value, take the third value without square, sign of the middle value, and write it as a whole square. This is 5 plus 1 square is 1. After going to simplify this one, it is going to be x plus 1 square is equal to 6. This is your simplified form. When we simplify this step, as you can see that it is same as the question number 2, where we have a whole square and a number to the right side. So we have done in the last lesson that how to remove this square. So to remove this square, the step is you have to write over here by taking square root on both sides. By taking square root on both sides. By taking square root on both sides, when we are taking the square root on both sides, it is going to be x plus 1 whole square. Square root of this is equal to square root of 6. As we can see that square and square root is going to be cancelled with each other, and the leftover value to the left side is only x plus 1. And here we have to write the square root of 6, which is 2.45. After, if I round it off to the 2 decimal places, it is coming 2.45. Actually, when you are taking the square root of 6, you are getting the value on your calculator screen 2.44948, and there are some more digits. As I told you that you have to round it off to 2 decimal place. So as the third digit is 9, if it is 5 or more than 5, we are going to increase one number here. So I have just taken it 2.45. It is plus minus 2.45. Okay. So now after that, we have to simplify the question, that we can write it as either x plus 1 is equal to positive 2.45 or x plus 1 is equal to negative 2.45. From here, if I want to simplify for x is equal to 2.45 minus 1. This is plus 1. When we shift to other side, it is going to be minus 1. And the answer for this one is 2.45 minus 1, which is 1.45. Which is 1.45. This is my one answer. Now move to the other answer. It is x is equal to minus 2.45 minus 1. As you can see that both values are negative. So I can add the values 2.45 and 1 will be 3.45, but with the same sign, negative sign will be. This is your answer. I'm going to minimize the screen and you can see the steps also and how I apply the steps to the question. You can see very clearly. Look at those. The number one step, we are going to continue with the number one step, that there should not be any coefficient of x square other than 1. So there is no coefficient. The first step is clear. Okay. Now the second step is shift the constant to other side. Shift the constant to other side. I shifted this constant to other side. Here you can see. The third step is take the coefficient of x, divide by 2, take the square root and add on both sides. I have taken the square root, I have taken the coefficient of x, divide it by 2, take the square, simplify and add on both sides. The next step is take first and third value. I have taken the first value and third value. First value and third value, sign of the middle value and make it as a whole square. This is 5 plus 1, which is 6. When you get the simplified form of this one, after that you have to write by taking square root on both sides, because I want to remove the square. This is also a very important step of this. Take the square root on both sides. We have taken the square root on both sides and we are getting the answer to the right side with the plus minus. When you are getting the answer with the plus minus sign, after that you have to simplify this one. When you have to write it either positive or negative after this step. So I have written either it equal to positive 2.5 or it is minus 2.45. So after that, you have to simplify and get the final answer, which is x is equal to 1.45 or x is equal to minus 3.45. If you move stepwise for the completing square method, inshallah, there will be no mistake and it will be very, very, very easy for you. Thank you so much. I hope you understand.